3 bank runs in the last month. These are the second largest and third largest runs in history. The government is taking steps to guarantee all deposits. That means more money printing. Plus, the Fed is sitting on unrealized losses of $1.2 trillion on their $8.3 trillion bond portfolio. And the Fed will continue to raise interest rates even if they tank the economy. Do you know who is having peace of mind? The ones that are invested in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is the most stable asset outside of any government control. Thousands have approached Noble Gold Investments to get their hands on gold. Hurry and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to secure your wealth now. Bag a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin with each gold or silver IRA if you qualify. noblegoldinvestments.com. noblegoldinvestments.com. Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, it's John Nolan here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notifications button so you'll get notified about new videos every day. All right, let's dive into it. Every day, organizations, government organizations, non-government organizations publish and release documents, agendas, policies that if people would read them, would give them a very clear picture of where they want the world to go, right? But oftentimes these documents are hundreds of pages long and boring to read, and it is kind of hard to really suck out the important parts. But every now and then, in world history, documents find their way into the public where we don't know where they really came from. We don't know the origins, the sources, or the authors. But when we read them, something profoundly true stares right back at us from the pages. Documents like that, have often been called forgeries in the past, and we can go into some that have been circulating for a very long time. Was the Pike-Mazzini letters that they wrote about the 3 world wars and that were published in the 19th century. And the interesting part was they were often called a forgery, but they really showed of how things were going to proceed ahead of time. You had something like the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. We don't know who really wrote them, but a lot of the things in there ring true. Without saying forgery or not, we don't know. Today I want to share a document with you that if you read it and if you compare and contrast with the reality around us, it is shocking. Shockingly accurate. It was first released on the internet on June 21st, 2002. Nobody knows who wrote it. The email address associated was false, and nobody ever claimed that they wrote it. I can't say if it's a forgery or not, but who cares? Because what we read in that document really rings true. Let's look at it. It's called the Secret Covenant.
The Secret Covenant. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the Absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, aging accelerators and sedatives in food and water, also in the air. They will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison. The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on. When their minds are young, we will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, We will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow and obese, and when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods so they many never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication, external pleasures and games so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way. We will make them kill each other when it suits us. We will keep them separated from the oneness by dogma and religion. We will control all aspects of their lives and tell them what to think and how. We will guide them kindly and gently, letting them think they are guiding themselves. We will foment animosity between them through our factions. When a light shall shine among them, we shall extinguish it by ridicule, or death, whichever suits us best. We will make them rip each other's hearts apart and kill their own children. We will accomplish this by using hate as our ally, anger as our friend. The hate will blind them totally, and never shall they see that from their conflicts we emerge as their rulers. They will be busy killing each other. They will bathe in their own blood and kill their neighbors for as long as we see fit. We will benefit greatly from this, for they will not see us, for they cannot see us. We will continue to prosper from their wars and their deaths. We shall repeat this over and over until our ultimate goal is accomplished. We will continue to make them live in fear and anger through images and sounds. We will use all the tools we have to accomplish this. The tools will be provided by their labor. We will make them hate themselves and their neighbors. We will always hide the divine truth from them, that we are all one. This they must never know. They must never know that color is an illusion. They must always think they are not equal. Drop by drop we will advance our goal. We will take over their land, resources and wealth to exercise total control over them. We will deceive them into accepting laws that will steal the little freedom they will have. We will establish a money system that will imprison them forever, keeping them and their children in debt. When they shall band together, we shall accuse them of crimes and present a different story to the world, for we shall own all the media. We will use our media to control the flow of information and their sentiment in our favor. When they shall rise up against us, we will crush them like insects, for they are less than that. They will be helpless to do anything, for they will have no weapons. We will recruit some of their own to carry out our plans. We will promise them eternal life, but eternal life they will never have, for they are not of us. The recruits will be called initiates and will be indoctrinated to believe false rites of passage to higher realms. Members of these groups will think they are one with us, never knowing the truth. They must never learn this truth, for they will turn against us. For their work they will be rewarded with earthly things and great titles, but never will they become immortal and join us, never will they receive the light and travel the stars. They will never reach the higher realms, for the killing of their own kind will prevent passage to the realm of enlightenment. This they will never know. The truth will be hidden in their face, so close they will not be able to focus on it until it's too late. Oh yes, so grand the illusion of freedom will be, that they will never know they are our slaves. When all is in place, the reality we will have created for them will own them. This reality will be their prison. They will live in self-delusion. When our goal is accomplished, a new era of domination will begin. Their minds will be bound by their beliefs, the beliefs we have established from time immemorial. But if they ever find out they are our equal, we shall perish then. This they must never know. If they ever find out that together they can vanquish us, they will take action. They must never, ever find out what we have done, for if they do, we shall have no place to run, for it will be easy to see who we are once the veil has fallen. Our actions will have revealed who we are, and they will hunt us down, and no person shall give us shelter. This is the secret covenant by which we shall live the rest of our present and future lives, for this reality will transcend many generations and lifespans. This covenant is sealed by blood, our blood. We, the ones who from heaven to earth came. This covenant must never, ever be known to exist. It must never, ever be written or spoken of, for if it is, the consciousness it will spawn will release the fury of the Prime Creator upon us, and we shall be cast to the depths from whence we came and remain there until the end time of infinity itself.
I don't know about you, but I love it when the truth is stated so clearly. This is what's been going on, folks. Now you can say, oh, this is an exaggeration, this is not it, or someone just observed reality and put it on paper. Well, so be it, but still, this is the truth. This is exactly what's been happening. These are not accidental developments in society. These things were planned out for a very long time, executed, and you can see it in the reality around you. The question is, what are we doing with this information? Like always, what are we doing with the millions of pieces of information that we've gathered over all these times? Because there's many researchers out there, great researchers that are putting it all together. And the question remains, what are we going to do about it? Continue to play along in this charade? Continue to be the pawns on the chessboard of the world? Or finally step up and do something about it? Now, we don't have to guess who these people are that had all these plans and are executing them and are killing off the world. We can see them because they've stepped out into the limelight and they have admitted to it. They've said it out loud. In many different ways, they have said it out loud. It's not about vengeance or revenge. It's about justice, too. It's about the future. These people, organizations, governments, they need to be removed. They need to be locked up. They need to be prosecuted properly. And whatever the verdict is, the verdict needs to be executed. People need to be a part of this in a proper way. This is what really needs to happen first. We can't move into just the new future without cleaning up the mess we co-created and we allowed to happen. And this is perhaps the biggest stepping stone here that people do not want to hear. We have to clean up our mess. You cannot just build a new house on a shaky, dirty, and damaged foundation. It does not work like that. You have to clean it up. And so the question is, how much further will we let all of this go? Because there is no government, and there is no military, and there is no law enforcement force that will fix this for us. Because it's ultimately an individual process that needs to happen on a collective level. We all need to do it. And so you can share this and show this to people and ask them, can you compare this document, the Secret Covenant, to your reality and tell me that it's not exactly playing out like this? This was released 21 years ago. A lot of these things, even in conspiracy circles, have only really sunken in over the last years. So someone had foresight or someone was involved in it. It doesn't really matter. It's in front of us now. What are we going to do about it? All right, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll be back with you again very soon. Would you like to get access to exclusive content as well as being part of a community of like-minded people posting, sharing, and connecting on a deeper level? Come join the Inspired community on Locals, where we share more intimately and privately and do our Coffee and Truth live streams as well as our Honey Talks show, the only Inspired show with Christine Nolan. The Inspired community is absolutely uncensored and unfiltered, a place for truth, authenticity, and freedom. Join us now at inspired.locals.com or click on a link in the video description.